In a world where athletes from different combat arenas collide, imagine a showdown so intense, so unpredictable, that it shatters the boundaries of sports entertainment. What happens when the notorious king of UFC, Conor McGregor, faces off against one of WWUAA's most legendary figures, John Cena? Two warriors from different worlds, each known for their larger-than-life personas and unmatched resilience, are about to step into the ring, not for a simple exhibition match, but for a battle that will test not only their physical strength, but their mental fortitude. A rivalry sparked by pride, ego, and the desire to prove who truly dominates the combat world. The fight is more than just punches and slams. It's a battle of wits, a clash of legacies that could change the face of fighting sports forever. Picture this. The air is thick with anticipation as the crowd roars in excitement. McGregor, the brash and fearless former UFC champion, is no stranger to controversy and spectacle. With his infamous trash talk and unpredictable fighting style, he's one of the most feared men in mixed martial arts history. But John Cena, the embodiment of the WWA's legacy, isn't just a professional wrestler, he's an icon. Known for his never-give-up mentality and his ability to perform under pressure, Cena is as much a symbol of resilience as he is of strength. But when these two titans from separate universes square off, the rules of engagement blur. Conor's sharp precision strikes, honed through years of brutal UFC battles, meet Jon's raw power, honed through decades of wrestling in front of millions. How will the nimble McGregor, with his lightning-fast reflexes, handle Cena's overpowering presence in the ring? Will Cena's immense strength be enough to withstand the unpredictable fury of McGregor's calculated offense? As the clock ticks down and the crowd grows louder, the two combatants finally stand face to face, eyes locked in a tense stare. Conor's icy, steely gaze shows no fear, only the relentless desire to prove that he is the best, no matter the stage. Cena, always the crowd favorite, exudes confidence, a presence that makes the arena feel like his domain. But neither of them knows what's coming. This isn't a typical fight. This is a battle for dominance, an unforgettable collision of worlds. Who will emerge victorious? The answer is far from clear, and as the first round begins, both men are about to learn that their reputations may be the very things that lead them to the brink of defeat. As the fight kicks off, every second feels like an eternity. McGregor's agile footwork keeps Cena guessing, while Cena's power-packed strikes aim to crush McGregor's spirit. But in the world of combat, it's never just about brute force or technique. It's about timing, and both men are about to experience something neither of them could have prepared for. The tension builds with each passing moment, and as the rounds unfold, we start to see cracks in their armor. McGregor's confidence is tested. Cena's strength is challenged, and both men are forced to dig deep in ways they never expected. But just when you think you have the outcome figured out, something happens, something that no one saw coming. The fight takes an unexpected turn, and the very thing that each fighter thought was their edge becomes their greatest weakness. What happens next will leave you on the edge of your seat, wondering who will stand tall when the dust settles. Will Conor McGregor's quick thinking and adaptability prove enough to overcome John Cena's raw power and experience? Or will Cena's years of dominance in the WWE give him the edge in this unique battle? Tune in to find out as we dive deeper into the explosive showdown between Conor McGregor and John Cena, because when these two giants collide, nothing is guaranteed. Stay with us, because this is a fight you won't want to miss. The stakes have never been higher, and the final outcome is anything but certain. As the fight unfolds, the clash of titans only intensifies. McGregor's eyes dart across the arena, every movement calculated, his mind a whirlwind of strategy and precision. He knows that in this fight, every inch of ground he gains is hard-won, but he thrives on pressure. Conor's reputation is on the line, UFC fans all over the world are watching, waiting for him to prove that his star power isn't just a product of trash talk and bravado. It's a testament to his skill, his fight IQ, and his relentless ambition to be the best, no matter the sport.
John Cena, on the other hand, stands in stark contrast. He's not only fighting for pride, he's fighting for legacy. The WWE Universe has known him as the face of the franchise, the man who built bridges with his raw charisma, athleticism, and work ethic. Cena's career has spanned decades, but it hasn't been without its doubts. Many have questioned if he's past his prime, whether the younger generation of wrestlers could eclipse his accomplishments. This fight with McGregor, while not part of the scripted entertainment of the WWE, is a chance to answer those critics. Cena's pride is on the line too, but it's more than that. This is about proving that, even after all these years, he's still got what it takes to stand at the top of the combat sports world. As the fight progresses, the arena becomes more than just a stage. It becomes a battleground of wills. McGregor, with his signature quick jabs and sharp footwork, moves around Cena like a ghost, attacking from angles Cena can't quite anticipate. McGregor knows his strength lies in his speed, his agility, and his unorthodox fighting style. But as the rounds stretch on, his confidence begins to waver. Cena's raw power is not something McGregor can simply dance around. It's an undeniable force that's beginning to wear him down. Cena lands a few heavy hits, and McGregor feels the weight of them, each punch landing like a reminder that no amount of footwork or fancy combinations can protect him forever. The crowd is on the edge of their seats, split between the raucous cheers for Cena's power and the chants for McGregor's tactical brilliance. But beneath the surface of this fight lies a more personal rivalry, one that has been quietly simmering for years. Neither fighter has ever openly acknowledged it, but there's always been an unspoken tension between McGregor and the world of professional wrestling. McGregor has often mocked the WWE in interviews, calling it scripted, fake, and not real fighting. But now, here he is on the very same stage as the man who's done more to shape the WWE than anyone in recent memory. Conor's pride may be his greatest asset, but it is also his greatest weakness. His disdain for the world of scripted combat is palpable, and this fight could very well be his chance to finally prove that UFC athletes are the superior fighters no matter the arena. But Cena isn't just a wrestler. Behind the persona of the Doctor of Thugonomics, there's a man who has built a brand of resilience and humility. Cena's journey to success wasn't handed to him. It was earned match after match, year after year. His ability to rise above challenges, even when the odds seemed insurmountable, has become the foundation of his career. Yet, despite all of his accolades and fame, Cena has always felt the weight of the question, what comes after? Is he just the guy who never gave up, or is there more to his story? McGregor, in many ways, embodies what Cena never could in the WWE, raw, unfiltered aggression, the kind that doesn't care about maintaining a good guy image. And it's this unrelenting drive that Cena has always secretly admired in McGregor. There's a part of Cena that wonders if the UFC star has something that he never had, a true fighting spirit, one that transcends the scripted world of the WWE. As the fight reaches its climax, a sudden shift occurs. McGregor, who had been evading Cena's brute force, begins to show signs of fatigue. He's fast, but not fast enough. He's precise, but his precision isn't landing as cleanly as it once did. Cena, sensing this, begins to turn the tide, using his superior strength to close the distance and neutralize McGregor's movement. The crowd grows wild, their chants growing louder with each powerful slam from Cena, each crushing blow that lands on McGregor's ribs. But just as McGregor seems to be teetering on the edge of defeat, he pulls out something unexpected, a move that no one saw coming, not even Cena. With a swift counterattack, McGregor traps Cena in a position that would leave even the strongest wrestler vulnerable. The crowd falls silent, the tension thick in the air. It's in this moment that the true stakes of the fight become clear. This isn't just about winning, it's about proving who truly belongs at the top of the combat sports world. But just as McGregor prepares to capitalize on his opening, the ground beneath them begins to shift literally. The entire ring trembles, as if it's been struck by an earthquake. The lights flicker, and a low, rumbling sound echoes through the arena. The audience goes wild, thinking it's part of the show, a dramatic twist to heighten the tension. But neither McGregor nor Cena is prepared for what happens next. The ground shakes harder now, and suddenly, a strange figure appears at the edge of the ring, silhouetted in the darkness. The crowd's energy changes from one of excitement to one of confusion and fear. Is this part of the act? Or is something much bigger at play? McGregor and Cena, momentarily distracted, exchange looks, unsure of what to make of this unexpected turn of events. The figure steps into the light, revealing a face neither fighter recognizes, but one that has a chilling, unmistakable presence. It's a fighter, but not from UFC or WWE, a completely new entity, someone who's come to challenge them both. The real fight is about to begin, and everything they've been fighting for could be thrown into chaos in an instant. The audience holds its breath as the figure steps forward, casting a long shadow over both McGregor and Cena. What happens next will change everything, and neither fighter knows if they're ready for what's to come. Will McGregor and Cena join forces to face this new threat? Or will their rivalry continue to tear them apart? The figure standing at the edge of the ring is not just an unknown challenger. It's something much more dangerous. The crowd's murmur turns to a ripple of unease as the stranger's silhouette becomes clearer in the harsh spotlight. At first, McGregor and Cena glance at each other, trying to make sense of the situation, but neither is prepared for what happens next. The stranger steps forward, and with an air of utter confidence, he pulls back his hood, revealing a face neither fighter nor fan has ever seen before. He's no average fighter, no rookie looking for his big break. This is someone with an aura of authority, with the type of presence that demands respect. The stranger smiles, a slow, knowing grin that sends a chill down the spine of everyone in the arena. "You think you two are the kings of combat sports?" he asks, his voice deep and smooth, but carrying an edge of venom. "You think the real fight is about a UFC belt or a WWE championship? You've been living in your own little worlds, playing by rules you never created. I'm here to show you what it means to fight without limits." The audience gasps, unsure whether this is part of the act or something more. Cena steps forward, instinctively moving to protect the integrity of his ring, his legacy. But McGregor, ever the provocateur, doesn't back down. His eyes narrow, sizing up the newcomer. "Who the hell are you?" Conor spits out, his voice laced with arrogance. The stranger doesn't flinch, taking his time before responding. "I'm the one who's going to make both of you realize that this fight you're having is nothing compared to the war that's coming. I'm the true test. I'm the one who will break both your spirits." The words hang in the air, thick with a promise of pain. And just as quickly as the tension builds, the stranger leaps into the ring, launching himself with inhuman speed. McGregor barely has time to react as the stranger lands in the center of the ring, launching into a flurry of movement so quick, so precise, that even Cena, with his years of experience, is caught off guard. The force behind each strike seems like nothing McGregor or Cena have ever encountered. This isn't about power or technique, it's about raw, unrelenting chaos. The stranger moves with a fluidity that suggests he's been training for something far greater than either UFC or WWE. Cena, initially stunned, recovers quickly and steps in to confront the new fighter. But the stranger is ready. With one swift motion, he sweeps Cena's legs out from under him, sending the WWA legend crashing to the mat with an impact that shakes the entire ring. McGregor watches in disbelief as Cena struggles to regain his footing, his confidence rattled by the force of the stranger's attack. For the first time, Cena seems vulnerable. This isn't just a fight anymore, it's something far darker, more dangerous. McGregor, ever the opportunist, sees an opening. He charges forward, throwing punches at the stranger, but he's met with a series of devastating counterattacks. The punches don't land, they don't even come close. The stranger's speed is otherworldly, and he dodges and weaves around McGregor's strikes like a seasoned martial artist, almost as if he's anticipating every move before it happens. With one sharp movement, he locks McGregor into a hold that causes the UFC fighter to gasp in pain. McGregor's pride is on the line now. He's been caught off guard by this mystery fighter, and the pressure is building. He thrashes in the stranger's grasp, trying to free himself, but it's like fighting against a vice grip that only tightens with every struggle. The crowd is stunned into silence. They've never seen anything like this before. Cena, still recovering from the earlier takedown, watches in horror as McGregor's chances of breaking free grow slimmer. The UFC star is known for his ability to escape tight situations, but this time it feels different. This time, there's no easy way out. The stranger's hold is too powerful, his technique too refined. It's as if he's playing with McGregor, enjoying every moment of his struggle. But just when it seems like McGregor might tap out, something inside him snaps. The competitive fire that has made him a champion burns brighter than ever, and with a surge of energy, McGregor manages to break free from the stranger's grip. He staggers backward, gasping for breath, his pride bruised but his spirit unbroken. Cena, now back on his feet, moves to McGregor's side, silently agreeing that they need to work together if they have any chance of surviving this unexpected onslaught. Cena charges at the stranger, his fists flying with the power of 100 wrestlers. The arena shakes with the force of his blows, but the stranger dodges them with ease, almost like a shadow slipping through Cena's grasp. With a brutal spin, the stranger lands a powerful elbow to Cena's jaw, sending him reeling. The WWE legend crashes to the mat once more, dazed and vulnerable. McGregor watches, his heart racing. This is no longer just a fight for glory or pride, it's a battle for survival. The stakes have escalated, and neither McGregor nor Cena is prepared for the full extent of what's at play. The stranger isn't just a fighter, he's a force of nature, an unstoppable whirlwind of fury that neither of them can seem to contend with. And as McGregor's mind races for a plan, he can't shake the feeling that this fight is far from over. There's more to this stranger than meets the eye. Who is he? Where did he come from? And why now, at the peak of their rivalry, has he chosen to destroy both of their legacies? McGregor knows one thing for sure. He can't do this alone. Cena knows it too. They may have started as enemies, but now they must put their differences aside and face the true threat before it's too late. But can they truly work together when every instinct they have is built on the idea of defeating the other? And what happens when the one enemy they need to unite against isn't bound by the same rules of combat they've spent their entire careers mastering? The tension is palpable. The crowd is on the edge of their seats, unsure of what will come next, as McGregor and Cena stare down the stranger. What will it take to defeat this enigma? And is there more to his appearance than a simple challenge? The answers are out there, but for now, all they can do is brace for the next wave of destruction. The silence in the arena is deafening. The stranger stands at the center of the ring, his chest rising and falling with steady, controlled breaths, while McGregor and Cena, battered and bruised, exchange desperate glances. The two fighters know that they can't continue this battle alone, but the question remains, how can they defeat a foe so powerful, so unpredictable? The stranger has already proven that he can outmatch both of them in ways they never expected. It's clear now that this fight is about more than just personal pride or championship titles, it's about survival. McGregor, ever the strategist, takes a step back, his eyes scanning the arena for something, anything, that could give them an edge. Cena, his jaw clenched in frustration, nods silently. There's no time for hesitation. Together, they charge forward in unison, the combined force of UFC and WWE power focused on one goal, taking down the stranger once and for all. But the stranger, almost anticipating their every move, steps aside with the fluid grace of a predator. The crowd gasps as Cena and McGregor collide with nothing but empty air. The stranger stands there, watching them, his expression unreadable, as if this is all just part of a game. Then, in a sudden burst of movement, McGregor spins around, delivering a sharp kick to the stranger's side. The blow lands harder than McGregor anticipated, knocking the stranger off balance for the first time since he entered the ring. It's just a momentary opening, but it's enough. Cena follows up with a thunderous punch, and for the first time, the stranger seems rattled. But even as they press their attack, the stranger's eerie calm never wavers. He absorbs the blows with uncanny precision, his body almost contorting in ways that defy logic. With a twisted smile, he locks eyes with McGregor and Cena, his voice cutting through the chaos. "You think you figured me out?" he sneers. "You think this is about raw power or skill? No, this is about something deeper. This is about something neither of you has the guts to understand." Just as they prepare to strike again, the stranger steps back, raising his hand, and in an instant, the atmosphere changes. The ring begins to shake violently as the lights flicker, and the crowd's confusion shifts to fear. McGregor and Cena, their bodies already exhausted, glance at each other. Something isn't right. And then, the unexpected happens. The stranger drops to his knees, his arms outstretched, as if surrendering. The arena goes silent as his figure begins to glow, a strange, otherworldly light emanating from him, illuminating the entire ring. It's as if he's shedding his human form, becoming something much more. McGregor and Cena stand frozen in shock, unsure whether to attack or wait. But just as the tension reaches its peak, the stranger's form disintegrates, scattering into dust, leaving nothing behind but a lingering hum in the air. The arena remains still, the crowd unsure of what they've just witnessed. McGregor looks around, his breath heavy and labored. Cena, too, is scanning the ring, his mind racing. Was it all some kind of illusion? Was this part of the fight, or was there something far bigger at play? Then, as if on cue, the lights return to normal, and the hum fades. In the blink of an eye, the stranger is gone, leaving behind only questions and confusion. The fight, which was supposed to be about rivalry and pride, has taken an unexpected turn, and now nothing is certain. McGregor, still wary, steps forward, his eyes scanning the ring one last time. Cena follows suit, his expression hard, unreadable. For a long moment, neither of them speaks. Then, slowly, Cena turns to McGregor and offers a nod, one that speaks volumes without a single word. They came into this as enemies, driven by their own motivations and pride. But now, standing in the aftermath of this inexplicable encounter, they share a silent understanding. The real battle they fought wasn't just against each other, or even the mysterious stranger. It was against the very limits of what they thought possible in their respective worlds. And in that realization, both men know that the true power doesn't lie in strength or strategy alone. It's about adaptability, about recognizing when to fight and when to let go. McGregor smirks, a small, knowing smile playing on his lips. "Guess it's not about the belt after all, eh?" he says, his tone lighter now, no longer filled with the usual cocky bravado. Cena chuckles, his voice still hoarse from the battle. "No, I guess not." They turn and exit the ring, each walking away with their own thoughts. The audience, still in a daze from what they just witnessed, begins to erupt into applause. Not because they saw a victor or a loser, but because they saw something truly unique, a fight that transcended the usual boundaries of combat sport. The crowd wasn't just entertained, they were in awe of what had just unfolded before them. But even as they leave the ring, both McGregor and Cena are haunted by the question that lingers in their minds. Who or what was the stranger? And more importantly, what does this mean for the future of combat sports? Will this encounter remain an anomaly, or is there something much greater on the horizon? As the camera pans out and the arena begins to clear, one thing is certain: the world of combat sports has just been irrevocably changed. Whatever happened in that ring tonight, it was just the beginning.